Cool. Let's do a bit of try-harding because we are waiting for the new patch. Because Hearthstone changes every month or so. So, what do? We play Libram Paladin. It's been about 6 months since I've played this deck, so might as well dust her off because the deck looks different now. Used to have Flickering Lightbot. Go over the changes real quick just to see what's going on. We got a Chill Blade champion up in here. We got the double Prismatic Beam Showdown. Got your annoying tax pieces in the form of Rebuke and Cold Feet, one of each. Just hope you draw the one that matters when it comes up. Instrument Tech, just the one of. This used to be a 2 of. I believe in my old list it was a 2 of, but it makes sense. You don't want to be drawing too many of them. And with Crystology, you'll probably find them. Probably find them enough. And the rest of the deck looks pretty much the same. Let's hop into some games. Also, launch Deck Tracker because you gotta keep track of things. Dang it. So bear with me while that's coming up, I guess. It's probably gonna flash on the screen, blind me, fry my retinas because it's like a hot pink that comes up. Not sure if anybody else experiences this or if this is just my version of the Deck Tracker, but here we are. Oh, get ready. Get ready. Oh, beautiful pink. All right. So now we got the Deck Tracker, and now we just need to pull up our nonsense. If someone's watching the recording of this, they're probably just blazing right through this beginning part and just looking for when Fruit's gonna play. Anyway, was playing Discard Warlock. Now I'm not. I haven't played Hearthstone since the Discard Warlock video. Sue me. Okay. All right. Let's hop into it. Let's hop into one. Why not? Rank 4 right now, so we're like moseying up our way to Legend, and how we're gonna get there is through Libram Paladin, naturally. We have a Paladin opponent of our own. Are they maybe more of an aggressive one like me, or are they more of a Holy Wrath situation? Either way, we don't really want Rebuke, I don't think. We really just want to find our early tempo. Don't need our mid-game board clear. We don't need, find the early game. Operation, find the early game. We are playing an aggressive deck. That is not early game. We need to find Crystology.
I see you brought guests.
Or even just an Aldor attendant. Big Murloc Shaman. Paladin, rather. My hand is bad. Yeah, this hand is... Actually, they're Murlocs, so I have the combo, so I win. Good game, opponent. Good game, well played. We all tried. You're gonna flood the board real bad, and perfection. Double attendant. Just how I drew it up. Go ahead and end that turn. Look at my opponent trying to play their Murlocs before they get nerfed into the ground. Okay, okay. I hear you, I respect you. Let's go with another Aldor. And might as well
I cannot read them.
throw this out, and now we can start doing our Libran-y stuff. Yeah, make a 3/3. And we will end the turn. So that's likely going to bump into there. Yeah. We'll see. I feel no rush this game because I have the busted combo. Which I will likely deploy next turn. Yeah. Good luck, opponent. Yep, that is all she wrote. And you know what? Just to make sure you're nice and comfy, I'm just going to do that cold feet and just really pull far ahead. You seem to like to play minions. So they can play a 0-mana minion if they want. Okay, small time recruits is what they go for, and a hero power. I will go with a Star Slicer, perfect top deck by the way. Draw my minions. I mean, like, things are looking good, I must say. Maybe this can draw me that. Okay. Let's just, you know, let's keep my board nice and healthy and just do a bit of shoving. I'm gonna wait until these are 0 mana to start deploying them. Maybe cheese out some Wind Fury. End the turn. It's 4 AM. Good luck with the stream. Oh my goodness. It is not 4 AM here, believe me. I like to think I'm a little bit more sane than staying up till 4 AM playing Libram Paladin. It's an awesome combo. The awesome combo of Showdown Beam. Yeah, it's a pretty inventive combo. My opponent is doing the combo of playing directly into another beam, which I do greatly appreciate. I don't need it. I'd rather this target a minion I already have out. This needs to target it to draw a card, right? Yeah. Yeah, let's just hit him with the beam. Hit that Murloc right there. And then just go absolutely crazy on these guys. Get some Wind Fury, why not? Ooh, swing and a miss. That's okay. I'll just settle for exact lethal. Yeah. Librams might be a little better than the quest. In Wild, the quest is completely fine. And honestly, in Standard, it might also be fine, but there was enough Reddit posts, so it needs to go. Get it out of here. So how's everybody feeling? How's all my Hearthstone gamers feeling? Big dud of a set was just released into yet another historically big balance patch. Are we doing fine? Are we doing good? Hopefully. Hopefully we're chilling. Maybe a discard Warlock will make everybody feel better about the situation.
I will fight with honor.
We have Crystology, we have 2 obvious mulligans, we have a 1-drop. What else could you want? Okay, Light Ray does want to stay in the hand. I don't blame him. So we need to find our combo. That much is certain. Part 1 of the combo found. We have instrument tech, which is perfect for next turn. Huge in evil. Okay. Ooh, a bit of a mistake. Oh, they just forgot to attack. Happens to the best of us. And I will actually coin out my 1-3. So, showdown. I may want to showdown. Oh my goodness. I think my opponent may have me. I think this is their game to win. Yeah, good game opponent. That was a phenomenal start. Soulfire into Soul Barrage, turn 3 win. Not bad. Not bad on the opponent. New aggro deck's in town, and its name is... I guess there's Quest on my screen right now. Great. Cool. Fantastic. The Tiny Knight of Evil Snowball is definitely fierce. And we have a warrior. What flavor of warrior do I have on the other side of the table? Maybe some sort of control build? Maybe some sort of Renathal slot pile? Myrmidon can go take a hike. I'd rather draw this with my researcher. And adaptation's interesting because it can trigger researcher, which is like 0 mana draw card. Not bad. It's been a while since you've played Hearthstone and all you're seeing is discard Warlock. Getting very traumatic flashbacks. It's not as bad as it used to be. We don't have like Cataclysm. Cataclysm is still 5 mana, not super stellar of a card. Like, it's still decent, but like, it's not a combo deck anymore. It's just a high rolling aggressive deck. You can fend off their first or second wave of nonsense, you're doing pretty good. Also, my opponent's doing something cool. Kind of surprised it's not a Renathal slot pile, but to each their own. Now, here is the question. Do I coin out Myrmidon? It's kind of an early Myrmidon, so I don't know if they're going to be able to deal with it, especially if I make him real healthy. Hit him in the face. What's the latest news? Not seen much aside from expensive pets that I don't really mind. There is the expensive pet. There's also my opponent quick drawing me into Oblivion. Things new with Hearthstone. It feels like every content creator is a little peeved. I'm not... Like, I get it. Like, Hearthstone definitely isn't like fight for the board as much as it used to be. It's kind of a lot faster, but that's kind of the nature of card games. The more you play a card game, the more power creep you see. So every deck is pretty much insane-o. If you've not played in a few years, modern Hearthstone decks don't even look like the same game anymore. You just kind of have to learn to like new Hearthstone, I feel like. I feel like a lot of people who are complaining about Hearthstone just kind of need to like maybe take a break.
I raise, you
I know that's
fall.
like not a suggestion that's really taken to heart a lot of times, but taking a break from Hearthstone is, might be worthwhile. I'm sure Blizzard would love to hear me say that. But also don't buy the pet. Don't buy the $157 pet, I believe is the going rate. Can't really advise people do that. But what I can advise that you do is just rip an Aldor Attendant. I mean, you just gotta... Sometimes you just gotta believe.
I cannot wait
And then
to
you
read this.
double Libram of Wisdom. And then you drop a Light Ray, and then you just dish for 4 and call it a day. Yeah, power creep's just inevitable. Like, I know that there's like an initiative, or like people are thinking there's an initiative that they're trying to lower the power level, but like we've seen them do that time and time again, and people just hate the result. So now they need to buff things up so people have fun again. It's a weird cycle. But the pet is cute. You know what? It's a good point. It might be worth $150. Yeah, it is pretty cute. Yeah. Nerfing everything isn't really fun. That's why it happens. Exactly. You gotta let the game breathe a little bit. It's like, I don't know. We're seeing Menagerie Jug, for heaven's sake, get nerfed, and that card feels like completely fine. Like, I know it's an Tier 1 deck, but like, I would say the majority of games I play with that deck, the Jug never decides the game. It's not, the pet is not $158 cute though. Oh, it's 158? I thought it was 157. 158 is way too much. Yeah, I wouldn't pick that up. Did I just say Menagerie Jug in our Lord and Savior's year of 2025? I did, and it's getting nerfed. It's going back to its original cost, original effect, rather, of, I think my opponent walked away, but that's the correct trade to make. It's going back to giving only +2/+2 instead of +3/+3. So, a 3-mana conditional, see ya opponent, I'm playing Libram Paladin, a conditional +9/+9 on a 3/3 for 5, too strong of a Modern Hearthstone card. I don't know. Again, I feel like they kind of just need to let the game breathe a little bit. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I mean, the patch probably already went live when this video comes out. But for my streaming people, you can see my live reaction to the nerfs, or the proposed nerfs. I just hate how they nerfed Frostmourne. Frostmourne was... Hold up. Frostmourne nerf. You got a warrior. And then I'll go back to checking out how Frostmourne was nerfed. I did not know that card was nerfed. That's a full mulligan. Okay, back to my look at how Frostmourne was nerfed. Hearthstone. Oh, looks like I gotta take my turn. Oh, and what a hand I come back to. We have Crystology, we have our weapon, we have our researcher. Borderline perfect hand? If not actual perfect? Oh my goodness, my opponent's too fast. I'll check out the Frostmourne nerf in a second. My opponent is blazing fast right now. I think it's just attendant.
Wait to read this.
Buff it up with a book and the turn. Last I was checking, I was playing my silly Excavate DK, and after a while, the StarCraft decks. The StarCraft decks was the actual closest I was to quitting the game. Fun fact. Not the most enjoyable experience, in my opinion. Quick question. Am I supposed to Libram of Clarity so I get this value? Or do I just deploy the weapon and just accept that this is not going to get any value? Alright, fine.
For justice.
Fine, I don't need all that value. I'll get enough value from Libram of Clarity. Yeah, StarCraft, day 1 was probably as miserable as Demon Hunter, or, yeah, Demon Hunter day 1. It was just like, Zerg Hunter was insane. Of course there was... Zerg DK was absolutely bonkers.
Texts. I cannot read them.
Much like this turn is absolutely bonkers. Yeah, I'm just going crazy right now. Okay, we have another Libram of Divinity. Nah, just throw them out there. Get out big Light Ray. Next turn's probably just going to be Instrument Tech, Weapon, double Libram of Divinity, and start getting that nonsense going. But yeah, I'm still a firm believer that the day 1 Zerg Hunter was the strongest deck ever put in this game.
To perfection.
And my opponent is about to just get absolutely mollywopped by this big old sea creature. 15 damage to the dome, 9 damage left. Perfection. I keep just seeing the Zeddy situation is crazy. Kibler yeah, it's... yeah. Yeah, people, you know... The situation is crazy. The situation is indeed crazy. I think it's clicks, you know. I think it's clicks. You can't hate the player. Hate the YouTube algorithm. Oh. But yeah, I think Hearthstone's in a good place. I think it's mostly just the people who hate the game are more vocal, and the people who like it are just playing the game.
Uther versus Ragnaros.
We have the pay-to-win warrior skin. Let's see if it wins them the game.
I will fight with honor.
We got Star Slicer. We got Libram of Clarity. That will get drawn off Researcher, so I'm going to throw it back. We got the... I mean, this hand is perfection. I love this. Just try to appreciate some stuff in the game, except the StarCraft meta. That was hot Garbanzo. It was a bit on the hot Garbanzo side. I have to agree with you there. Next turn's probably Researcher, Coin, Knight, or it's Coin, Weapon. Either way, next turn is where I do stuff. Have you seen the subreddit? Unfortunately, I have. I need to get off the subreddit. That's a good way to hate the game, is to tune into the subreddit.
For justice.
Play my broken weapon. Hit them in their head. Make their hero portrait do something funny. Yeah, if you're trying to enjoy the game of Hearthstone, or just like your hobby in general, don't go to Reddit. Big mistake. Instrument tech does absolutely nothing, so that's off the table. Let's just start things off with a nice little head hit. And now we start popping off with Researcher. Draw off of Researcher. Knight. And let's make a 2/2.
Job's done.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I've been seeing a lot of this gain 125 armor warrior deck. It seems kind of strong. Unless I draw Aldor, then it's like the worst deck in the world because I just get to dunk on them with my books. Hit them with the book. Perfect. Reddit's like Twitter, but without the politics. Can't even say anything positive about the game in there. Oh, Lord help you if you try to say anything positive. Get ready for the downvotes. Wish it was like the Silk Song one. At least that one is funny. The Silk Song one. What's up, Sanguine? How's it going? So my opponent has 5 mana. They could have 125 armor this turn. Let's see. Let's see if they can piece it together. If they don't piece it together, I have super lethal. If they put a big taunt in the way, I have Showdown to deal with it.
Your wish is my suggestion.
And if they have Zephrys, I call the police. Yep. I am going to alert the authorities now. Never mind. The authorities, cancel them. All good.
These texts! I cannot read them.
Then we go with a Libram. I am all out of Librams. Big sad. And we will just hit them with the coldest of feet. And just in case they have like Zola, I doubt they do. Let's take care of our friend there. Instant jail. Instant jail for my opponent for playing Zephrys. They're the bad guy, I'm the good guy. Don't look at what our decks are. I'm obviously the main character. Ooh, my opponent. Ooh, my opponent. I cannot believe them. Okay, fine. Fine. We just need to make our way through. Let's give him Wind Fury. Do I have any more 1-drops? I do. But I would rather just draw cards. We have Beam. Beam might be good next turn. But for now, we're just going to Rebuke and work on this weapon. So now we have most AoE accounted for. The crazy amount of influence YouTubers have on this community's opinions. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess, like, maybe I'm in that conversation. If you want to say that I have any sway in the Hearthstone community. I mean, with like 1,200 subscribers, you gotta admit, the clout is insane. I'm a bit of a clout chaser, a lot of people say. My opponent is not instant snap picking Cecil's Expanse, so I think I may be able to win this game. There's people that believe you can only play 50+% win rate decks.
That is not the last of me.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of get it, because, like, I personally find winning fun. I mean, like, if that's not clear from me playing stock Libram Paladin. But, like, there is a time when I used to play Hearthstone more for fun and play, like, mill rogue and other mill decks. But right now I'm just trying to get to Legend, so we're going to be playing these try-hard sweaty decks. But homebrewing is real. I mean, I did watch the Brian Kibler video, because if you watch Hearthstone content, you have seen it by now. And I do agree that brewing is a lot harder these days. But if your goal is to win, it's harder. But if your goal is to have fun, it's still easy. You just need to be okay with maybe getting your face smashed in by Murloc Paladin. If you're playing standard, discard Warlock if you're playing wild. Speaking of discard Warlock, look at that transition.
Darkness incarnate.
Just beautiful transitions into the introducing my opponent's deck.
I will fight with honor.
We need our 1-drops. We did not find our 1-drops. We'll see how we fare. They are not discard Warlock.
Job's done.
Yep, end the turn. I homebrewed Grunter Hunter, the only deck I actually started. Yeah, I mean, Grunter Hunter was a very solid deck. And I'm very glad it does no longer exist. But, like, there's plenty of OTK decks, of course, that people can now jam. So my opponent appears to be on a slow, control-y type deck. And I'm on a hit them as hard as I can with my yellow dudes deck. But yeah. I know we're kind of like in the waiting room right now for the nerfs and buffs, and I'm hopeful that they're actually going to do something positive for the game. But I do wish they would, I don't know. I wish they were maybe a little less aggressive with nerfs and buffs. It feels like the set wasn't even able to breathe. But what do I know? So let's go with, I think, just tech and another attendant, and let's make this attendant nice and healthy. So my opponent is a Renathal deck. They've just have hurt themselves down to 28. Symphony of Sins, not a bad one. They're removing cards from my deck. Did they get some good ones? Not really. Yeah, those are... I feel like those are not the ones you want to hit if you're my opponent. But I'm just gonna keep hitting the head. And rebuke, I guess. If they were trying to clear my board with a spell, to have them think again. Managed to land third in a tournament with Grunter Hunter before the deck exploded. Nice. That's awesome. I have never played in a Hearthstone tournament. I used to be a bit of a Magic fiend, to be honest. Do I have lethal? 3. 9, 10, 16. 9, 12. Yeah, it's still 16. So I can see if I can draw my other Libram. Actually, I'm just one. Wait, is this guaranteed? I think it's guaranteed. All right. Yeah. Okay. I think either way I was going to draw either +1 or +3, and I was one off. So we will, in fact, close out the game. Rebuke is disrespectful, and my opponent was playing a cool build of Renethal Slot Pile Warlock. I'm more of a Pokemon TCG fan. I really like Pokemon. I gave it like an attempt, and I played Lost Box, I believe. I downloaded their trading card game online thing, and they gave you so much free stuff. Like, Pokemon does a really good job of giving you like just enough tools to build like a tier 1 deck right off the jump, and then like you just get lost in it. In my case, I was playing Lost Box. And that deck was sick. Like, if you're a fan of drawing cards, like if you like the action of picking up cards, play yourself some Pokemon. For those unaware of Pokemon, you can play a spell that just draws you 7 cards. Just straight up. Right when I figured that out, my Magic player brain melted. And I was like, drawing 7 cards for 0 mana? Are you kidding me? And that wasn't even like the best card in the deck. Absolutely insane.
Uther versus Gul'dan.
Is this opponent on discard Warlock? Or is it another Renethal Enjoyer? Do I keep Myrmidon Adaptation? I don't think so. I think I'm looking for my Libram nonsense. My weapon, my Cold Feet, potentially? No. Let's go with Aldor.
Wait to read these.
And I'm actually going to coin out Crystology. Draw last. LOL. Okay.
Move quickly.
Is there any legendaries from the past couple years that I recall enjoying? My favorite legendaries from the most previous years? That's a great question. I really liked, I mean, if you go back to my videos, Saroon. It feels like a cop-out answer at this point, but boy golly did I mess with Saroon heavy.
I wonder.
Do I Cold Feet my opponent? They're so dependent on... They're so dependent on minions.
Move quickly.
Yeah, I feel like I just need to buy myself a turn. And let's soften up their 1-3. Other legendaries I've enjoyed recently. I'm trying to recall what decks I've played recently. Am I seriously gonna go to my YouTube channel to look at decks I have played in the past that I've enjoyed? Being like someone who mostly messes with budget decks, it's tough to say.
I wonder.
Alright, back to the game. Hold on, I'm getting carried away. They played the location. That's perfectly playing around.
I cannot wait to read these.
And let's also draw my weapon for next turn and buff up my 2/4, or buff up to a 2/4. I really like Nightmare Lord Xavius. I feel like that's a really elegant way to give every class a good access to like a tutor, but like not feeling too crazy strong. I just feel like that's like such an elegant card. Rebuke. Okay. Let's go with a knight. Box into there 2/3. Draw some more cards. Really open to find a light ray. We did find a light ray. Is it cheap enough yet? It is. Perfection. Okay. We're back in the game. So yeah, Nightmare Lord Xavius. Really like that card. For as like Nexus Prince Shafar, oddly enough, like before it was nerfed into Oblivion, I did kind of enjoy that card. Like the Hunter Shafar deck was absolutely broken, but like the Rogue version was actually like super interesting. I've never seen a deck really play like that before. So I thought that was pretty cool. Other decks that I enjoyed
Let the dead rest.
was things like, honestly, Hero Power Druid. I'm just like
The sun
naming all the decks everybody hates, but like both of those decks were interesting, and we've never really seen anything like it before. I have a 12-15. My opponent needs to kill me. Because I have a Chillblade champion next turn that's going to absolutely body them if they do not deal with me.
It's still good.
Okay, that's a way to deal damage.
No, don't. It's still good.
Another one. Okay, okay. We're getting there. All of them went to my... Okay.
Small in size.
Oh.
Large in evil.
I think we're good. I think we're chilling. Shafar brings back good memories with Arena. Arena Shafar seems really interesting. That'd be a really tough deck to build. I think that was more why I was impressed with Shafar. The Shafar Rogue deck, that is. It's just like, it felt like really good deck building. It was very interesting. Reminded me of like Spell Slinger strategies and Magic. And we just like have never really seen much of anything like that in Hearthstone, it feels like. Like there was like, exactly, cool, by the way. There was like Mana Worm Mage decks way back when, but like the spell slinging archetype is really designated to like Casino Mage, or just like spell generation, random spell generation, LOL random funny decks. While Shafar was like spell-based combo aggro deck. It's pretty neat. But it did need to get nerfed because it might have been too good. But it was cool. Can recall a Druid Legendary for the Undead package. Oh, yeah. It like buffed your team. That was kind of a cool design. Like Token Druid-esque, but like was more undead focused. I kind of like that. Casually just murdered that guy. Yeah, he was kind of just doing stuff, and I just like totally did not care because Linessa is a broken card. But he seemed to be doing some cool stuff. I recall he made some spiders. He dealt about 12 damage that last turn. I do remember that. That was kind of scary.
Uther
Priest
versus
opponent.
Anduin.
The light shall
I
bring victory.
wonder
I
if
will
this
fight
is
with
the...
honor.
Speaking, I mean, I was just talking about Spellslinger decks. This might be the 2/5 that discounts things. We'll see. Discounts things by 1 whenever you play a spell. I was just looking at the deck to highlight, but I decided to play a better deck.
I cannot
Speaking of
wait
better
to
decks,
read
here's
this.
Aldor. Let's try to recall some weird decks. I mean, my go-to weird deck that I absolutely love with all my heart was
This.
Spell Hunter, back with Deathstalker Rexar, my absolute favorite card of all time. Not a unique opinion at all. Everybody loves Deathstalker Rexar. Unless you were playing Control Warrior at the time. But like, why are you playing Control Warrior, you know? What gives? Who hurt you?
For justice.
Speaking of who hurt you, let me just hit my opponent for 5 damage real quick. Next turn will be Myrmidon Adaptation. So do I craft Hostage Mage or Libram Paladin for consistent climb to Legend? This is a much smaller investment. Libram Paladin is significantly cheaper. So if your goal is to find a cheaper deck, this is definitely where you want to be. In my opinion. Christology. I was playing Control Warrior. Okay, this is awkward. No, I'm sure you're cool though. I was talking about the other control decks actually. Anyway, I gotta take my turn now. Of course I don't find. Of course I don't find the one card I needed. Let's go with Wind Fury, and let's draw
May the
a.
light grant you peace.
Honestly,
For justice.
it's not great, but it will need to do. Draw a Chillblade and a Linessa.
I cannot wait to read these.
So if I rolled poison or attack, I won the game right then and there, but I'm unlucky. Is Libram a better deck though? I think Libram Paladin is easier than Hostage Mage, and I think if you're looking for easy, consistent climbs, Libram Paladin or Discard Warlock, honestly, is the best for climbing. Aggro Priest, I'm pretty sure is not anywhere near the top deck anymore. And what other decks are there that are cheap? Questline Demon Hunter is still pretty solid. But yeah, I think those are pretty much where you want to be. That collection of decks.
Must move quickly.
My opponent is absolutely disrespecting me right now. What's this priest all about? Yeah, it's like a combo Nazami. They're gonna like charge a boar into me. It's gonna be disrespectful. Almost as disrespectful as just ripping my combo. So let's just clean up my opponent while I still can. And yeah, let's just... So Showdown Prismatic Beam was unnerfed.
Stars and skies are my domain.
Excuse me? I take it back. My opponent is doing something I cannot comprehend myself. How many 1-drops do I have left? None? Am I reading that right?
I wonder.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all my 1-attack minions are out of my deck. So... Crystology could be also a Interstellar Researcher activator, but at the same time it can't be because it just draws a card anyway. So is there any reason to keep this in hand? I don't think so. I could just play a 4/7, but that is an awkward trade. Fine, I'll just play it and feel dumb and attack into my opponent. Yeah, my opponent is doing cool stuff, I would say. Yeah, I thought they were also on the Nizami Lightspeed deck. Turns out they are on Aviana. And we're gonna get some Nightshade Tea. Yeah. Have I not drawn any of my Librams? Oh, that's hilarious. Animate dead blocks there. Nizami reanimate. Can I...
Reporting for duty.
I can't complain too much. My opponent's doing something really cool. Nightshade Tea again. Okay. There it is. there's the vision. Okay. All makes sense now. So let's go Sun Sapper and double buff it up. Yeah, my opponent's doing something cool. Yes, Falna. And they are seeing that full moon, so their Visions of Darkness are gonna cost 1 this game. Man, my opponent's doing something so much cooler than me. And now they're gonna heal the full. You know what? I'm just gonna give my opponent the wheel. Let's see what they do. Dang it. Okay, what was I doing? I was looking at Frostmourn's nerf. How was it nerfed? I don't think... Was it?
Must move quickly.
I think it was buffed. Am I crazy? Mind control? Oh my goodness, they got a mind vision from me. Okay. Yeah. My opponent was, I hate to report, they were gaming. Dang. Okay. Insane. There's no water in that. It hurts more when a cool deck beats you. I'll be honest. Like when you're playing like a filthy tryhard deck like this and like a cool deck beats you, devastating.
Uther versus Malfurion.
That's a druid.
I must protect the wild.
I will fight with honor.
Warlock is at a 39.7% win rate in standard. But there's a weird mill Warlock deck. Yeah, that is probably one of the cooler decks in Standard right now, honestly. It's incredibly difficult to pilot it well. But it's like maybe one of the better decks in the format if you are good at playing it. Slight caveat. You have to be good at the game in order for the deck to be good. So, we have to nerf it. We must nerf it. If a deck beats me, we have to nerf it. That's like my general rule that I follow.
I cannot wait to read these.
Yep. Pretty good. So probably just gonna go Researcher, Coin, Attendant. The Mill Warlock sounds incredibly healthy. Yeah, it's a cool deck. It's probably one of the last remaining like hard to pilot combo deck. Like those don't come around very often, and it's just really cool whenever you do see one pop off.
Texts! I cannot read them.
Yep. We gotta coin out the something.
I don't have enough mana.
What'd I spend that mana on? Oh, I Crystallogied instead of playing my 1/3, so I couldn't Libram of Wisdom. In my defense, those arts look nothing alike, so I have no defense. In my defense, I'm an idiot. Any of y'all remember that combo Protoss Rogue deck? Yes. Protoss Rogue was sick. That deck was awesome. Going to crack this over their Renethal, and I will bump in with my 2/4, smack him for 2.
The best view poems of the
Ooh, Naga Mage is also a good shout out. Yeah, that one was sick.
For justice.
I'm just gonna take 5 real quick and play my 1/3, and then just go absolutely ham. Is it worth it to rebuke? I think it might be. Rebuke, and then throw down a Light Ray, and also a Libram. Insane.
You read them.
And just dish for 6. But yeah, that Naga Mage was absolutely cracked. I really like the mechanic of it was like whenever you play a spell, do something. Whenever you play a Naga, do something. And it like swapped. They of course nerfed the card because it was cool.
The sun shines.
But I remember that deck being really awesome. Just gonna spread the buffs around.
You read them.
What other decks were awesome? Of course, like OG, like Mill Rogue always comes to mind as being cool, especially when they had the Death Knight Valera that like made you have Shroud. So you could like double up on your Cold Light Oracles, your Shadow Steps, all that nonsense. Because back then you were able to play a 9 mana hero card and like feel decent about it. Not so much these days. I think my opponent might be pretty much dead on board. Okay, cool. A recent opponent would like to be my friend. Do we answer the call? Should we pick up a phone? Should we just accept this little friend request? They might have something positive to say. They could be saying like, cool deck, did you come up with it yourself? Libram Paladin never thought of that. We could check it out. You know what? Should we give him the main stage? Rebuking a druid is like taking away a toddler's milk bottle. I mean, you know, I didn't feel good doing it, but like, you have to do it. Alright, fine, what they gotta say? What they gotta say? They're in Legend. They can't, I mean, you've made it to the promised land. We'll see. We'll see. Demon Hunter Naga deck felt very toxic. Yeah, that one was a little bit egregious. Okay, we have another priest opponent.
A just cause is always worth fighting for.
Good
I will
old soda
fight
drinker.
with honor.
Star Slicer and the Researcher and Rebuke could be good against this specific deck. Yeah, I'll keep Rebuke. So I'm gonna guess that my opponent is on that Nazami deck. They have the dinosaur. I repeat, they have the dinosaur. Let's end the turn. Can I interact with it? I can? Okay, I changed my opinion on this dinosaur. I actually love him. Totally worth $158. Okay, that's enough. That's enough interacting with him. Rebuke is not very good against this specific deck. This might be a coin difference. I think this is ultimately going to come down to who had the coin. It's worth it as long as my opponent paid for it. I agree. Thank you, Soda Drinker C, for your service. I do need a Star Slicer in... Okay, well, I think my opponent might have ran away with this game, but just in case I'm wrong, jam into that 2-3. So if I can actually find a Chill Blade champion or Prismatic Beam. Prismatic Beam would also be great. Yeah.
Linked together in harmony.
Ooh. Yeah, if I can find Prismatic Beam, the game just ends. But my opponent might also kill me in time. Can I get a Prismatic Beam? No. I cannot. 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's no way they have 2 damage. No shot.
Let me think.
So we are going to... I believe just Crystology, actually. And also Knight,
May the light grant you peace.
Aldor.
For
I will
justice.
smack into that. and I guess a 2/2. Well, enjoy the grind fruit. See, I appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate you. Oh yeah. Well, I guess I could have rebuked, but like, I think my opponent had that game in the bag. Alright. Shadow Priest might still be good. That might still be a good deck. Oh.
Uther versus
Ooh, if this is Big Shaman, this is a rough matchup.
The performance you'll never forget.
Like when I'm playing Big Shaman, I want to face Libram Paladin. But I could also sneak a win somehow. If I have a fast enough start and if they stumble enough. A tale as old as time.
I see you've brought guests.
They are not on...
I cannot wait to read these.
They are definitely not on Big Shaman with those plays. Unless it is Big Shaman... Like, Big Shaman. Or it might be Rogue Shaman actually. The mythical, okay, it's Corrupt the Waters, 40 card Shaman. They are not on huge Shaman. Could have fooled me. Alright, let's go wide. Smack them. So next turn is a Myrmidon adaptation. So what could... I mean, they're probably on some sort of Shudderwalk deck. Like, that much is clear. Can I get... Elusive is good. Huge fan of Elusive, and just in case they have some sort of big AoE that can deal with them, I wanna save them. I want this guy sticking around. Another deck that... I was very fond of back in the day was OG Shudderwalk Shaman, the one that they had before. I have terrible news, everybody. I may be dumb. There's a good chance that I'm dumb. So you can't target something with Elusive. Did you know that? So, Elusive, let's break it down. Can't be targeted by spells or hero powers. So, Librams are famously, say it with me, they're spells. So, that just doesn't work. Actually, so this will be reduced by... Oh, I have the combo. Fantastic. You'll love to see it. Yeah. Fantastic. Okay, bailed out because my cards are just strong. So Myrmidon, when it draws you one card, is significantly worse. Meteor Storm. Okay. My opponent has decided to cheat. They're playing AoE spells. I'm just gonna like fully commit to this guy. There you go. That's my board. Can you deal with it? Do you have another Meteor Storm? If I could draw a Interstellar Researcher, that would make my day.
Gravitational wave.
Okay. Myrmidon. Check this out. We have a second try. Let's draw with this one. And then Cold Feet my Battle Cry Shaman. Yep. Face. Nope. Okay. Face. Alright. Never. Never face. Always. Always my minions. Brain Gill for the value. Knight. Okay, Knight might actually get me out of this. Into a Libram of Clarity. Okay, now we're cooking.
Texts! I cannot read them.
Get these going. This might draw me a Libram of Wisdom, so it's a 50-50 of which Libram this is actually going to hit. Or I could Libram of Clarity. And this will also draw, but if this does draw Libram of Wisdom, that's really good. Because in that, actually I only have 2 Librams left, so either way this doesn't draw much. So yeah, let's just rip this. This does get the Light Ray. Perfect. Libram of Wisdom as well.
Let's move quickly.
And they may have Toxfin, that Murloc combo, but they only have, you know what? Never play around it. They never have it. Don't you dare play it. Scargill, they don't got it. No shot. No shot. Excuse me. No, they don't got it. Clownfish, sure. You have Clownfish. They may have it. I have terrible news. They may have it. They may very well have it. Yeah, they got it. I mean, that's pretty strong. Not gonna lie to you. Overall, can't complain too much about that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 23.
Let me think.
23.
For justice.
I really wish I had that Chillblade champion still. Okay, well, I forgot they had meteors in their deck.
The victory is yours.
No, the cool opponents keep beating me. Alright, fine. You win. Cool, Corrupt the Waters Shaman.
Uther versus
Another Shaman opponent. We're coming in droves.
I will fight with honor.
Cold Feet against the Shamans are usually pretty good. They like playing their minions. But at the same time, keeping Cold Feet just feels so weak. I'd rather just, like, punch them in their head as hard as I can. So I'm just going to keep the cards that do that. Yeah, this feels like a good spread.
We have turned our curse into our
Okay.
strength.
The mythical Even Shaman. It's been years since I've seen one of them. And
Cannot wait
1
to
mana,
read
1/3.
these.
In that turn, Next turn is probably Researcher, Coin, Wisdom. Or we could just go Tech. Get that weapon out. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna want to get that weapon out. So let's play the Tech. Soften that guy up. So our turn next, we really want to get this 0-3 off the table. And really we just want to draw Showdown Beam. Hero Power Pass. No. We tried. Good attempt. No taunt. Taunt is cheat. Thank you. Extra health is cheat. Double extra health is mega cheating. Okay. Well, that is not ideal.
For justice.
Do I seriously need to take care of that instead? Just the 2-5? Feels bad. Everybody look away. Alright. I've seen better. I've felt in a more commanding position. It's not every day you see double Flame Tongue, double Totemic Might. But again, I am just one Prismatic Beam. Okay, I'm getting crackled in the face. 1 for 7? Okay, my opponent wanted it more. They simply just wanted it more than me, I think.
The pain of water.
Let's draw that card. And just like misplay up a storm because we wanted to.
I cannot read them.
Yeah.
For justice.
So 3, it's 2, 4, 6, 7. Clear that. And that turn. So we need Chillblade Champion to win the game. Easy enough. That's what he does. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. There's no way that discovers a totem to win the game. I don't think so. Face of the place. I agree with my opponent. The slow roll heard around the world. So that wasn't a bot, because there's no way a bot would slow roll that hard. That was just an expert at BM. Just an absolute savant of BM right there. Losing to Totem Shaman in 2025. I will answer any question you would like about that experience if you'd like. Did it feel bad? Yes. Would I recommend it? No. No, I would not. Yeah. Librum's looking busted right now. I mean, they are good. I promise. I'm 7-5, which isn't great.
Uther
Another
versus
shaman.
Enza.
Is this the?
Who's ready for a hoedown?
No, I haven't played against
I
this
will
shaman.
fight with honor.
Let's throw back Light Ray and Sun Sapper. I kind of like Libram of Clarity. Because this could... I've been finding recently that this deck runs out of steam. So, how do you remedy that? Draw 2 cards.
We have turned our curse into our
It's
strength.
another even shaman. Okay. This is our redemption arc. We can beat them, I believe.
I cannot wait to read these.
Get out my 1/3. I am going to target that, get some attack, and start cleaning up these totems before they can dunk on me too hard. The name of the game, keep their board nice and clear. Interesting, okay. I like your style. Let's give this +1/+1. I believe that's the move. Just operation, keep them nice and healthy. We have a 2/3. This is a totem killing machine. We have a 1/2, which is this specific totem killing machine. And we have a Star Slicer, which will, you guessed it, vanquish totems. Okay. Interesting. Totemic Surge. Let's go ahead and
Justice.
I guess hit this one. And next turn's probably a Prismatic Beam. And draw like an obscene amount of cards. Yeah. That's the goal. Jam Session. Okay. That does clear their other totem, which is perfectly playing around Prismatic Beam. My opponent might be a Savant. They may be a natural. I am getting absolutely obliterated by this. The 7/8, by the way.
For justice.
That's okay, because I have Light Rays. No. There's one. Okay, okay. Now we're cooking with
I
gas.
cannot wait to read these.
Let's draw some more
May
1-drops.
the light grant you peace.
Okay, okay. And then make this a 2/2. Throw out the Light Ray and call it a day. Okay. That was our pop-off turn. And that does contest their 7/8 pretty well. That is in Prismatic Beam range. Wind Fury. Understandable. And a thing from below. Okay. Luckily we have Beam. So we're gonna go Beam, swing into there, and then just pray that they have no transform effects to eat that book. And now we can Chillblade Champion, maybe for a win. So Chillblade Champion will be dealing 6, 13, not bad. We're going to double up on that healing totem. They're going to swing into my 7 attack minion. Okay. I mean, I appreciate your service. I will take the win that you handed me. That one might have been a bot. That could have very well been a bot. Taking 7 damage is definitely an option. Whoever coded that bot, I appreciate you. That I needed that. So I feel like I need one more win for a motion picture. And then we're gonna open up some packs. Ooh. Do people still watch pack openings? Who knows?
Uther versus
Trader Rafam.
I am Rafa,
A warlock opponent.
supreme salesman.
I will fight with
And
honor.
this hand, I mean, I have no issues with it. We got our 1-drops, we got our broken 2-drop that draws 2 spells for some reason. What's not to love? Let's draw our
Job's done.
Aldor. And also Instrument Tech. Get that weapon swangin'. And my opponent still has 30 life, so pretty clear discard Warlock. Oh yeah. Here comes the busted start. Excuse me. If this discards something good, okay. We're cool. Everybody's doing fine. Let's get out an Instrument Tech so we can deal with their 1-3 now that they're kind of low on resources. And if they go too wide with like spiders, we can deal with that with a Prismatic Beam. Now if they hero power, ooh, it's not necessarily the busted start I'm sure that they were hoping for, but let's keep them a little choked on resources. So they've already thrown 4 damage at my head, which was disrespectful. Chamber, okay. Chamber will allow them to go wide with a discarded minion. That one specifically. Now, the question is, I think I'm just drawing a bunch of cards this turn.
I cannot read them.
And I don't want to take too much damage. So let's also throw out a 1-3.
Wait to read these.
These trade really well into my 2-2 right now, so let's make them a little beefier. Let's draw with this as well for another Libram of Clarity. Got the Champ and Linessa. Okay. And let's make this fella healthy.
Job's done.
Okay, perfect. Not bad, not bad. So this upcoming turn, Prismatic Beam is probably going to come out. And if they go real wide and fill their board somehow with a location in play. Ooh, I love to see them trading. More of that.
Small in size,
Huge in evil.
it's still good.
Don't clear this. Appreciate you. Let's go ahead and just keep my Linessa nice and healthy.
You read them.
Yeah.
The sun
Yeah.
shines.
This feels responsible. And then we give it a little bit of adapt. 3 attack seems appropriate. Yeah, 3 attack seems appropriate. Okay, can you deal with a 14-11 opponent? You can bump with your 2-1, get some Soul Barrages in your hand, maybe discard a Soul Barrage, and that might be able to deal with Lanessa, but then I just get like a bunch of Librams back for my champ. And if you don't deal with Lanessa, I have champ double Libram of Divinity for... I would constitute that as super lethal.
You are not the boss of me.
Okay, we got an imp. They will likely be bumping in with their 2-1 to get those Soul Barrages in hand. Okay, first they're going to opt for a Solarium.
Time's running out.
In a Cursed Catacomb, of course, of course. Soulfire first. Interesting order. And then they're going to discard a Soul Barrage. And that somehow clears my Lanessa. You hate to see it. Okay. Let's just go ahead and I think just champ into beam. Yeah. Beam and then just, you know, give him the book. Stay nice and healthy. Am I excited for the patch today? I am cautious about the patch. Whenever I see a big buff and nerf patch, I get a little wary. In my opinion, I don't want to go against the grain of the Hearthstone community. Heaven forbid. I think they could have given the set a little bit of time to breathe. I think Low Druid needed to be nerfed. That deck was just straight up, the play pattern wasn't super, I don't know, cool, I guess. It wasn't good for the game, I guess. But Murloc Paladin, it seemed like people were solving that matchup pretty well. It didn't seem too incredibly powerful. But I think they could have given the set more time to breathe. Much like my opponent could have given that game more time to breathe. I don't know if I was out of that game, but I did have 4 books going. So maybe I did have that game. But yeah, my unofficial stance on the patch is I think it's a net neutral for the game. I think a lot of people are going to be very happy in the short term, but in the long term, they're kind of going to gut a lot of decks and then just new ones are going to take their place. Like, we're at the point of nerfing Menagerie Jug. That card seemed completely fine. I mean, I think the win rate of Menagerie Jug itself, like the decks of course were performing really well, but Menagerie Jug itself was like a completely fine card.
Tyrande!
Oh, you're excited
I will
for
fight with honor.
them to hit Murloc Paladin, Menagerie, Hog, Wilted, and Low. Like, that's kind of where I'm coming from. Is like, that's a lot of decks to hit. And like, I feel like every time that they hit so many decks, the meta that results in it, like the first initial days are pretty cool, but once the dust settles, it's just the same thing, right? Like, I don't know. It just feels like it's people get bored, they get angry that they're facing the same 3 decks, they nerf the 3 decks, then 3 other decks replace it, and then we repeat the process. But I'd be very happy to be wrong. Much like I'm very happy to be drawing Aldor ×2. Huge.
Cannot wait to read these.
Brittlebone Buccaneer, I'm very surprised lasted as long as it did. I very much enjoy playing with that card. I think it's one of the most fun
Linked
cards I've
together
ever
in
played with
harmony.
in recent Hearthstone. Because, like, that's the kind of card death rattle strategies I feel like have been missing for a long time. Just something to make them stickier and just, like, to keep up with the power level of battle cries. But again, like, I get why the nerfs happened. The general testament of Hearthstone, especially Standard, has been kind of low recently. So I'm not too terribly surprised that they are shaking up the game this much. I just really hope that it makes the community as a whole happy.
Package tight for treasure.
Do you think Protoss Priest and Quest Warrior will be #1s post-patch? That'd be cool. I mean, Protoss Priest plays like a really solid control deck, tons of value. Same story with Warrior. It's a pretty cool design. Can I draw a Prismatic Beam? That'd be cool. No. But yeah, those decks are like, you know, they're neat. I think people will quickly figure out that once Quest Warrior is good, they actually don't like to play against it. But there is a chance that people might actually enjoy. I think it's one of those decks that people wish it was good so they could play it, but not so that their opponents can play it, if that makes sense. That turn was insane, by the way. That felt nice. That being said, my next turn looks a little suspect. I need to draw another one of these would be great. Or it'd be fine. Myrmidon would be amazing. They're gonna need to do a bit of trading. But I think I'm liking our odds. Do you play more wild than standard? Honestly, recently I've been playing a lot more wild. And if I need to be really honest with you, I've been playing a lot of Battlegrounds. So the Battlegrounds changes for my Battlegrounds enjoyers out there look pretty cool. Let's buff this fella up. I'm very far away from those costing 0, so I don't feel really too terrible about making a 4/4. But between wild and standard, I would say wild more so. Standard, I've played Murloc Paladin a bit just to see if the deck is good. Was going to make a video on it, gonna pump the brakes on that. Maybe I'll make a video like, is it still good? Played a bit of Menagerie Death Knight. That deck I love so much, so them nerfing it into the ground makes me big sad. Much like my opponent is about to be big sad from how much value I'm gonna get from this fella. And this draws 0 cards, and this draws a weapon. Don't mind if I do. I've been thinking about getting to Wild. I like the idea of not knowing what deck you'll play against every game. Standard just becomes so rinsed with the same stuff at every game. Slight caveat. Wild definitely does have a meta. Like, you'll be playing against a lot of like Libram Paladin, Shadow Priest, but I do also think that you're correct that the meta is a lot more varied in Wild. So I think you're dead on there. That Wild definitely brings a lot more variety, but there still are the common offenders. But like the list is pretty long. Like you have Hostage Mage. I've been seeing a lot more warriors, like Control Warrior, honestly. Big Shaman, of course. Discard Warlock is the deck to beat, pretty much. So yeah, actually there's quite a bit of variety in the format right now.
Come, pray with me.
My opponent is trying to slay me, which I don't appreciate. This draws Libram of Clarity, which I do desperately need because I need the champ. Give me the champ. Heck yeah. So we have a champ, and I do want both of my Librams back. Smack into there, and let's just tuck my opponent away with a big old Chill Fallen and draw 0 cards with my Crystology for dominance. But yeah, I would say if you're going to Wild for variety, it's a good goal. Also, like, there's a handful of budget decks. This one specifically, pretty budget-minded. The only legendary is Sunsapper Lanessa, and if you're coming from Standard, Sunsapper you might already have in your collection, and if you do, this deck is dirt cheap. Discard Warlock, also dirt cheap. The only legendary is the Solarium, and that is in the core set right now. So, honestly, not a bad time to get into Wild. Considering that there's 3,000 cards between neutral and class cards, there'd be a lot of creativity. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of room for brewing when your card pool is this big. And I think you will run into a lot of meta decks, but you will also run into a lot of brewers and just people trying out new things. Or you'll run into people like me jamming stock Libram Paladin for the 2nd year in a row. What other decks are there? Imbue Mage, of course, the deck everybody loves to hate, but I personally kind of like it. But yeah, there's a ton of budget options in this format if you're just wanting to dip your toes.
I will fight with honor.
Been trying to brew a lot since Ngoro dropped, not much luck. That's been the common sentiment with that set as it relates to Standard. The room for brewing is just not what it used to be in Standard, unfortunately. I used to feel a lot more motivated to brew in Standard. Okay, speaking of brewers, If you're wanting an example of someone who's brewing, we have Disruption Warlock without their Sargeras. Love to see that.
Perfection.
Tried Control Warrior with Story. Burn Mage with Elementals. Even tried Control Murloc Paladin. Those all sound sick, but they also all sound like Murloc Paladin and the Menagerie decks would just kind of yeah. But I mean, I could see control, maybe a more control focused that's devastating. More control focused Murloc Paladin being better against the other Menagerie decks. I could definitely see that. Let's go with the Star Slicer. Another Libram of Clarity. And let's just throw out a big 1/4. Perfect. They are going to run out their 4-mana 1/1. A bold move. Let's see how it turns out. This draws Libram of Divinity. Kind of like that.
I cannot read them.
Let's buff it up. Libram of Wisdom as well.
May the light.
Maybe this can draw the other Divinity. Perfect. Divinity, another book. And you know what? If you have the AoE, more power to you. I'm just going to shove damage at your face. I don't believe they have Defile Math, but...
Our betrayers will suffer endless torment.
Ooh, 5/6. Is that legal? Hysteria? I mean, at least, you know, there we go. At least hit that once. Can I draw... They burn Sunsapper Liness on turn 1. That's depressing. The champ is here. This doesn't draw anything, I don't believe. It does. Maybe I should read my deck list better. Let's play a 3/4 and, you know, just...
For justice, not a valid target.
Yep. Just keep buffing up my guy. Swing that damage. They're at 6. Call it a day. That does sound like a pretty cool control paladin, honestly. Just like really lean on the Murloc generation to get the quest done. More control tools. I could see it. And honestly, like, maybe with those other Murlocs slowing down and maybe the meta itself being less aggro focused, it might be a good idea to be a little slower like that. I don't believe Hopgar will get you out of this pickle. Yeah. So that deck is definitely trying to play against combo decks more so with Ultra Fire and Demonic Project. I'm sure it's just filled the brim with stuff like Dirty Rat as well. Alright, one more game. Just the one more. Let's try smacking around one more opponent with my book. Went 6 or 8 with it. That's not bad. It's pretty good.
Versus Kerrigan.
I feel like this is like the 100th Warlock I've played against tonight, but like they've all been playing something different, so
With honor.
no complaints here. Yeah, 6 and 8's not bad for a brew. It's probably worth exploring. Again, it's probably worth exploring after the dust settles with the balance patch. I think the first 3 days is going to be like the Wild West. There's just going to be people brewing everywhere. This hand is garbanzo beans. They got the premium skin and they got the dinosaur. Is that why my mulligan was so bad? Is this pay to win? Very well could be. Unless I can draw out of it.
I'm done here.
They're done here. Maybe I'm the pay to win. Maybe I'm the pay to win the whole time. Who knows? One more game. I'm a returning player, and about a month ago, I used your budget Pirate Rogue and had some good wins with it against pay-to-win players. Heck yeah, keep those pay-to-win players at bay. The Pirate Rogue deck. Yeah, it's been a while since I've played Pirate Rogue. I'm curious how it's going to hold up. I really want that Dark Gift weapon to be good, so I'm going to brew with that a little bit.
Uther versus
Another Paladin opponent.
All will shine on the dance floor.
I will fight with honor.
Used your Beast Hunter deck and legitimately went like 120 and 30 from Bronze to Legend. I heard a lot of people mess with that deck a lot, and everybody else had much greater success than I did. 120 and 30 is an insane win rate. That deck is also a ton of fun. I'm really curious what kind of shape it's in. Did they get anything from the new expansion? Like, surely they got something from Unguro. Like, during the original Unguro, Beast Hunter was the love of my life. Yeah, that is an insane win rate. Didn't get anything from the new set. Beautiful. Not even a crackling Razor Maw. I can dream. Let's go Crystology. And I'm not going to get these guys out. I would rather coin out the weapon. That's so sad that Beast Hunter didn't get anything from Unguro. Like, I don't think they did either, which is kind of depressing. They just played a Trapdoor Spider right in my face. I don't know how to feel about that. Oh wait, they're gonna play like the drinks on this, and it's gonna like clear my board. Ooh. I replaced Fetch and Direwolf Alpha with 2 Jeweled Macaws. Oh, okay. Because you needed 1-drops. I don't hate that. It did feel like if you didn't draw your really not so plentiful 1-drops, you were kind of struggling a little bit, so I don't mind that. What could this be? Well, first things first, let's smack into that. And it was a redemption. No problem. We will throw our 1/1 into the spider.
I cannot wait
Play
to read
Aldor. Start drawing our cards. And let's play another Aldor.
Wait to read these.
So, our Librams cost nothing. Yeah, I might need to give that idea of Beast Hunter a shot. Because as much as I love Direwolf Alpha, it was probably the worst card in the deck. With all due respect to the Direwolf. Ooh. not bad. Not a bad roll for my opponent. And then they're gonna crash in with their weapon. Let's see what I can do. So I definitely want to draw
I cannot read them.
Librum of Divinity. If this is Oh My Yogg, this is going to be awkward. Oh, it's Never Surrender. Okay. I don't care about that. And then just double up on that. Draw way too many cards. And I have some Librums left.
I cannot read them.
This will allow me to crash through.
This.
And good luck, opponent. That's all I got. That's all I got, opponent. You have Call to Arms. I have whatever the heck that turn just was. So, not sure how that stacks up. Oh, they're gonna have Showdown Beam. Yeah, that's a good one. It's a good rebuttal. My board is still huge, so it might still not be enough, which is absolutely insane to say. Okay. And then they play Beam. Okay. And I have a 6-3 and an 8-5 still. And 8 plus 7 is 15. A little quick math for you. And that is a Crystology. I think it's actually worth it more to Myrmidon, so that's going to be a draw 3. I will likely be able to draw into something good.
Let me think.
The plane of water.
So let's go ahead and just do that real quick. So I did draw Beam, but that's not... Actually, no, it's totally good enough. No, I would need 1 more mana. So I do think I need to clear here because of rush value.
I must move quickly.
But I will still draw some cards with this guy. And let's go with Health. And let's just, I guess, Instrument Tech as well. Just get another body out there. Not bad. Played Beast Hunter for 10 hours a day. For only 2 days. Okay, that's respectable. If it was like for a week, we may need to, like, you know, check up on you more, but you'll be fine. Didn't even know if they were nerfing Aegis of Light. Yeah, they buffed. That's exactly what I'm saying. They buffed the absolute crap out of Imbue, and then they had to nerf it. Would you believe it? How's it going, Zeal? Glad you got to catch a stream. You are just in time to see me. Yeah, just, you know, do one of these numbers and I'm just gonna keep on, you know, do it again. Just in case my opponent didn't get the message. There you go, one more for good measure. And clean up the Call to Arms Paladin. Clean. Pretty clean. Not bad. Okay, let's see if we can get to Diamond 1. Zeal did just pop in, so I do need to play at least one more game. So I'm thinking Wild Wednesdays, Standard Sundays for streaming. I think that's my goal. For the foreseeable future, I think 2 days a week would be cool.
Uther versus Morgul!
We got Morgul the Shaman.
I will fight with honor.
And throw away this garbage. Because we are looking for our 1-drops, our weapon, our tech, or researcher. The iteration goes crazy. Oh, the alliteration for Wild Wednesdays and Standard Sundays. That is 100% the reason why. It's purely for the alliteration. I was thinking Standard Saturdays, but I'm gonna go Sundays, actually. And we are going to smack a totem with a weapon next turn. But yeah, I think moving forward, 2 days a week, streaming Wednesdays and Sundays is exactly where I want to be. Just allows for like more games to be captured, which I think is exactly where I need to be. And it allows me to like thoroughly explore a deck. Next turn is probably just Interstellar Researcher Christology. Ooh, we have to smack that. No taunts. Taunt is cheat. Hopefully my opponent knows that. Ooh, it appears my opponent was unaware that taunting is cheating. Now the question is, do I beam this? Is this enough to beam? I think it has to be. And then maybe next turn I can try popping off. Yeah, it was a random totem, so I shouldn't be too mad at them rolling taunt, but at the same time, I'm livid, so that is unfortunate. And since I don't have my other weapon in hand and I do not see myself tech next turn, I'm going to save this charge to smack into a totem. Because they can roll another taunt totem, and that just won't stand. Okay, a heal totem's fine. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about the Wrath of Air. I might need to smack into that as well. So let's go ahead and do that. And give this a gentle smacking. And let's see if we can hit a Aldor Attendant. That would be perfect.
I cannot wait to read
Perfect.
this
So
text.
now we can
I
pop
cannot
off
read
with
them.
our Libram of Clarity. And also play a Libram right here. And we are almost to Light Ray territory, but not quite. So next turn, we're going to just keep on popping off. So we have Knight of Anointment, which anything it hits is pretty good. Libram of Wisdom is probably the worst hit. Excuse me. Cut this out. Enemy spells cost 5 more. Nah.
May the light grant you peace.
Yeah, I was really hoping that wasn't the one we were gonna draw.
I cannot wait to read these.
Let's go Divinity. Also play this nonsense. Make this a little stronger. And I will Rebuke because I do run some spells that could be kind of devastating. And we'll get some books back. Never mind about going easy. Yeah, going easy wasn't really in the cards for my Totem Shaman opponent. Ooh, little Flame Tongue.
I am the harvester of wrath. Would you like to
Interesting
know why?
placement. Taking 6 right to the dome. You gotta respect the Moxie. And I will absolutely be cleaning up that totem next turn. So let's go ahead and buff this fella up.
This.
And
Let the
I
dead
think
rest.
trading here makes sense. Smack into there, and let's start just going absolutely ham with this Linessa. So if it survives next turn, we have easy lethal with Chillblade. And if it doesn't survive, Chillblade is still an obscene amount of damage. Just again, no taunts, and we're cool. Okay, they're gonna take 3. Respect it. Do I have lethal if they kill Linessa? So we have 4 here, or 3 plus 6 plus 2. So 9. Okay, that makes it 11. Okay, okay. Is this a full trade situation? Kind of needs to be. Frostbite. Okay, well. Cool. That is a taunt, but we can punch through it.
Blinded.
And, yeah, let's just clean up this Totem Enjoyer. And, yeah, just gently touch their face and heal up to full. Not bad. I've been seeing a lot of lists not run Chillblade Champion, and I just feel like Libram Paladin needs a charge minion. So Chillblade Champion is definitely how I'm winning most of my games. Okay. I believe that will need to be the end. But before I leave you, let's see if we can open some packs. Yeah, reroll that nonsense. No packs. 1 pack. Deck code. Thought you'd never ask. I can't post something that big. Oh my goodness. Okay, fine. Fine. Fine, YouTube chat. Justice for the shaman's family. Rest in peace. I appreciate it, Zeal. Thanks for stopping by again. I'm glad you got to catch a stream. Oh my goodness. Hearthstone deck codes. Save me. So yeah, we're gonna try again. We're gonna try to stick to an actual schedule. I think I like the idea of maybe clipboard. Let's go with a clipboard situation. Trying to post it directly into chat is a no-go. Okay. Notepad app. Online. Perfection. Absolute perfection. If that code doesn't work, save me. Save me, please. You know what? Just in case it doesn't work, we gotta see. Perfect. What a beautiful deck code. One of the best in the business, honestly. Ugh. Okay, delete that. I don't need 2 iterations of Libram Paladin. But let's see if we can just one and done it. Just one and done. That's all we need. Bang. Let's open this incredibly weak set. But a lot of cards are going to be buffed tomorrow, so let's open up a soon-to-be buffed card. Okay. Golden Common. I think this is being buffed. We're not sure what it's going to be buffed to, but that is going to be buffed. Get a copy of another Elemental or Drac. Perfect. I mean, that's just Elemental support. Elemental Mage is back on the table. Get ready for 5 more Elemental Mage videos. You thought I was done. Never done. Anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by. Wednesdays and Sundays moving forward for sure, unless I don't. But yeah, streaming more Hearthstone, even though the game's dying. Not really, it's not dying. It's fine. It's doing great. More streams to come though. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Where the heck is OBS? There it is. Can you tell I stream all the time?